Anetons, connecting professionals.
Hi all.
Okay, let's wait for a few minutes and let's then start.
Aniket joined Weibo. We can start.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so yesterday we covered co-management. Today we are going to cover the demonstration of co-management. How does this work? Okay, so I'll just revise what we learned yesterday. Okay, so initial setup or prereqs for co-management is you require to have SCCM server, okay, which is running at least a version of 1902, okay, and devices should be joined to an on-premise domain, okay, and using the Azure AD Connect, we can so using sorry, there was some background noise. So I'll repeat again. Okay, what are the prereqs and what are the initial setup for co-management? So first of all, we require to have SCCM server, okay, which is running at least version of 1902. Okay, we require devices which are Windows 10 or 11 joined to on-prem domain, and Azure AD Connect, which is configured for hybrid AD joined. Okay, and devices must be hybrid AD joined but not enrolled for any MDM authority, okay, initially. So here we are going to, I'll just show you something in my lab, okay. The lab is similar for everyone, okay. So I hope if you guys have configured, so start doing the practical parallelly. So we'll have hands-on, okay, at the same time what we're doing. So this one DC1. So DC1 is where your AD, your domain controller is there, and where your AD services, certificate-based services, and other services are installed. Okay, and this is what this one is your SCCM server. Okay, CM1, which is required to have your SCCM server, so we will achieve the co-management. Okay, and then we have this CM1 and CM2. Okay, so both are domain joined. Okay, so I am currently using client 1. Okay, client 2 I'm currently using, not client 1, because I've used client 1 for different testing purposes, so I'm not disturbing that one. So currently I'm going to touch upon two servers, which is like your CM1, which is your SCCM server, and DC1, which is the domain controller where Active Directory is installed, and client 1, which is running a Windows 11 operating system. Okay, so two things we are required to do a prereqs, okay, before we are setting up the co-management. Okay, so I think this server is already running DC1, so I will just log in. Okay, so close everything here. Okay, so first thing, go to your AD Connect, okay, your Entra ID Connect, which I believe you guys are aware of. We installed it to facilitate the synchronization in between both on-prem and cloud Azure Active Directory. Okay, so I'll just open and we'll check the configuration. All right, so this is where you click on configure and look for configure device options. Okay, so and click on next. Okay, so this is what it is talking about. I'll just do a zoom in so you guys can least have it. I don't know, my Zoom is not working. What is happening here? Okay, if you guys can see this, this is which we're talking about hybrid Microsoft as Entra ID join. So this enables devices for your entire Active Directory forest. Okay, it will register with Entra ID for the access management. This is where it requires a service connection point. Okay, so this service connection point will automatically discover all those Microsoft Entra using this object. It will create an Active Directory forest. Okay, and that way it will identify which device is there on Entra and which device is in hybrid Entra join, and using this connection it just established a communication between both of it. And device write back is something, a prereq, which will enable your on-premises I think we when we did autopilot hybrid joint profile deployment, so this device write back service was not enabled. That's why devices were not being hybrid joint. Okay, so in this uh, scenario we will enable we already have device write back. Okay, so device write back will only synchronize your Entra ID devices. Okay, whatever the devices which are registered with Entra ID, it will take them back to on premises and it will synchronize. So the same device you can see that in your AD as well on prem, and the same you can see in your Entra ID. So these two are the necessary thing, and this service connection point only facilitates computers to make arrange in the right organizational unit. Okay, and ensures that the discovery is enabled so that you can discover the devices. And it says device write back requires an Active Directory schema version, which is something we require to have a Windows Server 2012 R2. Okay, lesser if you're using 2008 or something, then it is difficult to utilize this. So this is the account which I have synchronized, and let me revalidate it. Okay. Enter the password. Okay, just waiting for the notification. Okay, got it. 97. Okay, approved. I should have done this before, but I thought of showing you each and every step-by-step process. So whenever you are sitting at your side in your lab, so you must not fall into any error. Okay. So now this is examining the domains. Okay, so this is the option which is called configure hybrid uh, Microsoft Entra join, and configure device write back. It is already there. If you guys can see this option is not showing to select. Okay, it's disabled. So why? Because this option is already been configured. Okay, so we are going to check first one and click on next. Okay, and this is the important thing. We need to enable Windows 10 or later domain join devices. Okay, that is how it will run the synchronization. Okay, it will discover the devices from my AD environment. Okay, and now I'll just click on next. Okay, now this is where I'm talking about service connection point. So service connection point is nothing to just to discover the devices which is on your which is there to discover your Entra ID tenant. Okay, information. So now we will keep this box checked. Okay, and I'm not changing anything. Okay. And my forest is corp.contuso.com, and authentication services is from Entra ID, and enterprise admin account it will ask. So I will use my lab admin account. I'd say lowercase, I think it's lab admin. And okay, so now this has been configured. This has been configured. Okay, now I need to click on next. Okay, now that's it. Okay, I'm ready to configure now. So my SCP will be register and configure. Okay, so just wait for a few minutes. Sorry, I was on mute. Okay, so this configuration is quick and fast. Okay, now this has been successfully completed. Now I need to click on exit. Okay, so this was the first requirement. I'll do one thing. I'll also document the steps as well, step by step, what we are doing. All right. So this was something that we did with Entra Connect. We enabled hybrid AD join. Okay, and now we are going to server manager, and we will create a policy. Okay, so all right, let's go to tools, look for group policy management. Okay, so this is my domain, and this is my user groups. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, Vaibhav.
Okay, perfect. Okay, and this is where the group policy objects that I will create. Okay, so I'll create a new group policy. Okay, and I will give it name as auto enroll. All right, and we'll click on OK. Okay, and let's go to edit this. Okay, and I'll expand it. So you go to policies. Okay, yeah, so you go to policies from here, then go to administrative templates, and then go to Windows component. Okay, I'll repeat again. When you wait a second. Okay, I'll again start it from the beginning. What I did, I launched my group policy management. Okay, it was all collapsed like this. Okay, and I extended. So this task is something to be done by your AD admin, right? It's not nothing that you should be doing it, but you should be know what are the requirements and what you are expected to get, for these. So sometimes there will be a cross call. Okay, if you're setting up a new environment, so there will be a cross call or maybe a group call where your AD team, you as an Intune architect, and other people will be sitting a bit on the call. So you need to elaborate what settings do I require. Though it's the best thing that you document it, but sometimes it's feasible to be on the call and state that this is what I am looking forward, and these settings will help me with the enrollment process. Okay, through the group policy, we will ensure that all the machines which are on the corporate network, okay, that should get the auto enrollment process so that it can automatically synchronize with the Intune. Okay, so now in your organization, maybe this group policy, I mean, definitely it's not maybe, definitely the scenario will be something different. Okay, maybe you will have some computers here and other OUs and all, like I created for hybrid join devices. So all it could be different set of uh, screen. Okay, so best to understand, get help from your uh, AD team admin, and try to make a group policy. So simply go to group policy object, okay, and try create new, give a name, that's it. So this is how it will look like, and this policy is really straightforward. We are not tweaking any other stuff. We are just clicking on, right click on it and choose edit. Okay, now this is the group policy. Okay, and go to computer configuration, choose the policies. Okay, then go to, I'll expand it a bit more so you guys can better see this. Okay, now this is the ADMX. Okay, and in Intune there's option to import the ADMX files as well. Okay, so these are the default policy definitions files. I'll show you that, not in this class, maybe in the next class I will show you how we can import that and how we can define the policies in that. So maybe you might get this later on, that your client might request you to migrate all group policies from though it is task of AD team, but you will, as an architect, you will be sitting along with them. Okay, so this is where you, yeah, I'm sorry, it was a background noise. So I'm saying this is the task which is carried out by your AD admin, but as an Intune architect, you will be sitting along and you will be telling them how to take that task and finish it up. So now we'll go to administrative templates. Okay, from here we will select Windows component. We will expand this. Here you will look something for MDM. Okay, so MDM is the folder, okay, where you will have this uh, policy details. Okay, so this is what the policy we are interested in, which is showing as not configured, right? So this policy, as it says, enable automatic MDM enrollment using default Azure AD credential. Okay, so we will just double click on it and we'll open it, and this policy is not enabled, that's why it was showing as not configured. So we will choose at enable. Okay, and we are not changing anything anywhere. Okay, though it says device credential, user credential, nothing, just leave it as it is. Okay, and then choose apply. Okay, and then choose OK. Okay, so this policy is now showing as enabled, right? So now this policy has been configured. Now we need to link it. Though this is a demo lab, I have no I did not make any sort of OUs or other stuff, so I have no idea where to link it up. So the best thing what I can do, I can directly link it to my existing domain, so it can replicate downwards to all the devices. Okay, though if you look at your organizational group policy folders, it might differ. So usually we are targeting this to the computer OU. Okay, so in the computer OU this policy will be applied. So now I'm applying this for as a whole. Okay, I'm not sure how will it work or not, but the 30% chances is there that it will work. Okay, but let's see. So this is done. Okay, from the group policy management, we are just supposed to close it. Okay, and that's it. So these two part we are necessarily doing it on DC domain controller. Okay, and now second thing what we are going to do, we are going to connect to our CM, which is our SCCM server. Okay, and I'm just going to, so currently if I say, currently I am working on client 2 machine. Okay, so this client 2 machine CM should talk to that client 2 machine, right? Otherwise, it will be a difficult task if the communication is not there. So let's check the communication, why it's not closing. Okay. So let's check. It's not, it seems like in a hung mode right now. So let me reconnect this machine. I believe this is the CM1 is not working. All right. So let's minimize everything and let's come to CM1 again. Okay, let me stop it and let's reconnect. Okay, instance is still running in the background. I don't know which machine is it. This is CM1, right? Okay, let's end the task and close it completely and relaunch it again. Right. Okay, what happened? It's showing like this. Don't know what's happening here. Okay, it's coming back. Okay, so let's launch config mgr. Okay, so meanwhile, let's check one more thing is one thing just wanted to show you. I just forgot it to mention. So this is a URL, okay, that you can refer, okay, for how to hybrid join, okay. This is a very good tutorial which talks more about what are the prereqs which are required. So we already had Entra connect, okay, and what attributes will it synchronize to, and these things are the important one which I really wanted to talk about it. So these URLs, okay, which are requires devices to access, okay. If your organization is set up on a something very restricted DNS, okay, then you ensure that these devices are able to resolve uh, these addresses, okay, these URLs. So if the URLs are not being these links are not being resolvable, then it will be difficult for devices to connect over the network and get the right information. So ensure that if you're if there is any federation domains or something, or you are like government, okay, maybe like you're supporting for any US government or something like that, then ensure that yes, you have all those DNS which can resolve these URLs. Otherwise it will be difficult for devices. So this is what it says, that if you are a US government, okay, and if you are supporting any organization which follow the government rules, okay, and to apply the government laws, okay, then you must visit this Azure government, okay, link, and you tell them that these are the requirements and these are the links which are to be resolved, okay, to achieve this hybrid AD join. And this is what we did, okay. This is what we did for the service connection point, okay. This is where we are required to set whatever domain or authentication service you are choosing, and then you chose for the enterprise admin account. If you are like and one more thing for this as enterprise admin account, uh, if you are like using a child forest or something like that, then you need to connect with your AD team, so they should have the right they should give you or a give account which should have the right privileges, okay. And otherwise this federation or this SCP configuration will not work, okay, because it is only associated with the enterprise admin account, and that is the only privilege which helps you to enable this configuration services, okay. So ensure that this is there, and this is we just whatever we did just talking about, like you need to do this and then next. So you can follow along this, okay. I'll provide this URL. Just logging to my portal.azure.com, I'll go to my Entra and I'll look for my devices, okay. So whatever devices are there in my network, it will show up here, okay. So now you guys can see that client 1, client 2 both are showing hybrid joint, okay. And these were when we were doing a test for Windows Autopilot device. I think this was the profile we chose for hybrid Entra joint, okay. And this logo especially, okay, this logo especially for Windows Autopilot, okay. So this logo determines that this machine is specially uh, enrolled via Windows Autopilot profile. Okay, so this is where you can see join type. If this join type column is not there, you can choose the column here, okay. And if this is unchecked, you can check it, and accordingly, like whatever column you want to keep or not, if you want to keep the user principal name as well, so you can just put it here, so it will show up all the information about it, okay. whether the client is compliant or not, was the registration there or not. All this information will be picked up here. Okay, so we are just going to check and verify that yes, these two devices are hybrid joined. Okay, and it's showing enabled, and means we are logged into these devices, and these are the ones which are compliant. Compliance is not evaluated for these devices, and the authority is MDM is not showing for these. Okay, so this is just to check, and here also if we go and check, so it is showing only client 1. Okay, because we worked upon client 1. Okay, and this is the device joint type is Entra joint. Okay, so this device is only joined with uh, Entra. Okay, it's not hybrid joint. Okay, but I'm not touching upon it. I'm only working on client 2 right now. So I was talking about to check the network connectivity. Okay, and ensure that yes, SCCM is talking to that device, and that device is reaching out to SCCM. Okay, so client 2 is talking to SCCM. Okay, so SCCM can reach to client 2, and let me check this from client 2 as well. Okay, okay, it's just taking time. Okay, here it is. Up. Okay, so this is, I was just doing a test here. Let's do a CLS, and let's ping to CM1. And yes, so this machine is talking to my SCCM server as well. Okay, so both the connectivity is established. Okay, now we are good that yes, both the machines are talking to each other. And if you go to your SCCM, okay, and though once it's connected, I hope you guys are knowing a bit about the SCCM, right? It's not like it's a new tool for you guys, right? Okay, so silence means no or yes. If
Yeah,
no,
we
then
know something.
you know it. Okay, perfect. So in SCCM there is called discovery methods. Okay, so in that these discovery methods are, you know, once it's connected I can show you. These discovery methods gives you a privilege to connect, to run a discovery and to figure it out how many devices over the network that are needs to be managed through SCCM. Okay, so this is something like in your forest you can run the discovery, in your domain you can run the discovery, and you can figure out which machines are there in your network, and you can fetch those machines directly in your SCCM. Okay, so in the devices blade you will get to see all the devices, and in users blade you will get to see all users which are there in your environment. Okay, so usually it takes a little time. Just bear with it. Okay, meanwhile, let's do one thing. Let's go to CM and run a GP update because we created a policy, and let's run it. Okay, so computer policy update has completed successfully. And I assume that yes, we should have that policy now enabled. So let's wait our client. And one thing just to show you here if I go to system, okay, so client 2 is not showing the network. No network access. Okay, so if I go to domain and workgroup, okay, and on this computer name blade, if I click on change, so I can see this domain is there. Okay, so this machine is connected to the domain. All right, also you can go to accounts, okay, and go to access work and school. This is where you can see that your machine is connected to network. And now if you click on connect, okay, for example, you are just trying to connect your Entra, so this is where you can populate this prompt, okay, and you can give the credential for your Entra ID, and this machine will be connected to Entra as well. Okay, so let me figure it out why the internet is not working here and what happened. Okay, okay, I'll go to the network. I mean, usually network adapter is selected as in external here, but if it's not, then you can go to add hardware network adapter, click on add, choose external from here or whatever name you have given as a switch here. So in virtual switch manager, if you have created this external, then it will come. Otherwise you can click on external create switch and give a name here, that will. So for me it seems like the settings is correct. Okay, though we have okay, let me remove this. I have two. Now this is showing as external and it's fine, so usually it should work. Okay, I don't know why the network is not appearing there. Okay, so I'll do one thing. I'll just open a notepad and I'll document what I'm doing. So uh, okay, so first step was have a SCCM, have a SCCM, or I would say config mgr server. Okay, then second we should have a client which is on prem domain. Okay, third, configure Entra ID. Okay, enable what was that hybrid? Guys, can you unmute your and tell me hybrid domain? Hybrid Azure AD, I believe, right? Join, that option was to enable. Okay. Fourth, we configured MDM policy in domain controller, right? Fifth, what we did, we configured MDM policy in domain controller, and this is where you require a enterprise account. Okay, this is what we require, enterprise account. We configured MDM policy in the domain we did run gp update and /force. Okay, on client machine. Okay, that's it. Okay, now we are where we are launching SCCM. Okay, so SCCM is showing launched. Okay, my evaluation is only 2 days left. My God, I didn't use it. Okay, I think it's still in hung mode, still running. Wait, let me close and relaunch it. Yeah, one thing, we checked the connectivity. All right, we checked the connectivity from client to SCCM and SCCM to client machine. Okay, if I forget something, please let me know.
The fourth point, we just link the MDM policy to the appropriate OU.
Correct. So we configured MDM policy in domain controller, then we linked this MDM policy to the domain. Okay, and then we did run GP update force on client machine. Should show successful, and we check the connectivity from client, that's fine. Then line 2, okay, and then launching my SCCM. Okay, so launched SCCM, ran our discovery. So discovery is something, if it should be auto enabled. If not, then we need to enable it. Otherwise, we simply need to run discovery, and then we need to install a SCCM client on these devices. Okay. I don't know why it takes this much long. We don't have that huge infrastructure that it requires. So I'll be on mute. Okay, guys. Showing me. So I don't have much bandwidth. That's what I was thinking.
Okay, yeah, if you have a sufficient RAM, you can increase. Otherwise, the system will get
yeah, if this does not stop any other services. Okay. Okay, let me see if I can have. Earlier it was, I think, 40 some GBs were there.
It was 1 GB, I guess. 1024.
All right, that's what I'm thinking. Just assuming if there's any. Okay, let's try. Okay. Connect. Now I hope it should connect fast. Increase the RAM. Oh, perfect. Yes, it worked. Okay, so Okay, we're good. Okay, so before wasting time, let's go to devices. Okay, so client 2 is the one which we are working on, and we already tested there is a communication between both them, and client is not showing on this as shows no, which means that this client does not have a SCCM agent installed, a client agent installed on this device. Okay, so we will quickly install a client on this device. Okay, this is how the widget look like. I'll minimize this so we'll have a better visibility. Okay, and I'll choose this, next, and next, and close. Okay, so in a while we can see the deployment will kick in. Okay, okay. So we already have pinged, right? Everything's fine. Mm, okay. Ping DC1. This is
DC1 is
not.
an offline.
Ah, yeah, I have not turned it on. Correct, correct. My bad. Okay, so now go to this C and Windows. Okay, so we will see. Give it some time. Meanwhile, we can do a monitoring and just check what is the status is showing me here. Monitoring, and let's go to reports. Where is the report? Reporting, right? Uh, should have some sort of reports here. Why is it showing me so small? What happened? Hopefully, it should install on this device. And let's check. Okay, it's not showing up yet. and the registry also. PCM is not okay. So just wait for some time. Let's see how does this go. Sorry, CM1. Okay, so if the reporting service is not installed, we are unable to determine what is happening on the device, because if the SSRS service, which is SQL reporting service instance, that role gives you more details about the client installation health or client installation status, okay, using the reporting wise. Now just wait for a few minutes. Let's check. Okay, so I'm just running a command, a PowerShell command, okay, which gives me idea if I have SCCM installed, its name space, I believe it's your root and then CCM and this, and let's class about would be SMS underscore client. Okay, that will get me an update. Root CCM. Which SCCM is not find. It's invalid namespace. It seems like it's not showing up here. Why you are cropping up? You guys might have encountered this, like SCCM is not installed on user's device, or it seems like corrupted. So sometimes if you push it from the console, it works, and sometimes it not works, like 50-50. Okay, at that point of time, what do you guys do? Like, you take it manually, right? Install it on the device.
For time taking, so we'll do manual installation for sim clients.
Manual installation, right? Right. So let's see if that is working. Otherwise, I'll do a manual as well. Okay, so I don't think it's working out, guys. Let's do a manual installation. Okay. Nothing has changed for this. Leave it. Okay. So we have a site code CHQ. Okay. Mm, 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 mm. CHQ. Okay. Where is the source? Line 2. So I'm just copying the setup file from the server to my client machine, and I'm just going to run a command manually so I can push this SCCM client installation on this device. Okay. I don't know what happened with the copy. It's not copying. Uh, Let me go to this again. Copy and paste it. Trying to make it load into downloads. Let's see if this works. Okay. I'm getting a sound. Are you guys also getting the sound? It's not allowing you to. Every time I'm pasting, it's giving me this sound. Like it cannot copy it, something like that. Uh, Again, keep on. I'm getting the sound. Seems like it's restricting me to copy and paste. It's not aligned somewhere. Okay, let's do one thing. We copy the entire setup from here and let me paste in a folder. Okay, let's do like this. Right, and paste. So this has been successfully copied, and let's do a simple install. Okay. Let me go to drive. Okay. Okay. Let me go to C drive and CD downloads. CD downloads. Start. Okay, this entire CD, this client. Okay. And let's do SCCM setup. Let's see why it's not resolving. What's happening here? That is not working, I believe. Take time. CCM setup.exe. Okay, fine. And we talk about MP would be, I think, SCCM.contoso. Contoso.com. SMS site code was, what was the SMS site code? CHQ, right? I think the CHQ was that. I'll keep the log on and let install. And we'll go to the processes. CCF setup.exe is running right now. in the background, and we should see C drive.
Vaibhav, the command you
Windows.
mentioned SCCM.contesto.com, that is CM1, right?
Hmm.
Command line.
MP.
Uh, I'm not
Or
sure, but
sys
the configuration. So I
CM.
can see the server name is CM1.
Right. cm1.corp.contoso.com, right? And just mention SCCM.contoso. Uh, 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 so I think MP and everything is on the same, right? Okay, yes, correct. So let's do one thing. Let me corp cm.corp.contoso.com. Okay, right. Good catch. So let's try to. Okay. So we need to uninstall that if that is the case. Wait. Showing installed. No. It's still running. Okay, it's already started copying it. So CCM folder is still not there. So it seems like it's not finished yet. So we can stop the CCM setup from here. Okay. Let me do it. You select and do an task. Okay. Right. Good. Okay, that's why, guys, I tell you to be attentive. And so it was something called CM1, and what was that? CM1 dot corp dot contours. Okay, CM1 dot corp CM1 dot corp dot contoso.com. Okay, so CM setup.exe. Okay, you just give it some time to finish it up. Okay, and we should have logs as well. CCM setup. Okay, usually it should come with setup success, so with zero code. Okay, so once that is there, we can have it. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yes, Vaibhav.
Okay. Okay.
Vaibhav, here it says that win HTTP name not resolved. So is it
Where?
talking to the DC? You can see
Where does it
on
say?
same. You can see below edit. You will see text error. Win HTTP name not resolved. So can we check DSGate sites to check DC is connecting to this client or not?
Oh, we didn't turn on this DC. Wait. Okay. My bad.
So
I
until
thought I already
DC is not.
running it. Yes, yes, yes. DC wasn't running. I thought it's running in the background. I didn't turn it on. Wait. And firewall ports TCP, AT, and 443s, those are, I think, already whitelisted. Those should be working fine. Let's check. Let me launch
Maybe in
the
local firewall we
PC
can
as well.
allow any Windows local firewall.
Firewall.
We can try.
It's trying to retry. Fallback status point has not been specified. No client was installed. That is okay. Okay. Just a second. So the command is one for then let's see. I think here in inbound rules. Uh,
I think we both need inbound and outbound.
right. Support number 80 and 143. Okay. Uh, okay. Let's finish TCP. Make it like CM client. T and 443. It's allowed connection. And this is also SCCM client. Okay. SCCM client is here and it's allowed. Fine. So that should work. Okay. Yeah, this is a demo infrastructure, so we have lots of things we need to configure accordingly. I think because of that, wait a second, DC is launched or not? Okay, here it is. Let's connect to this DC. Okay, let's cancel. That means I'm skeptical about it because when we're doing a manual installation, we have already given configuration for MP and site code. So where it does not require me to have a DC turned on. I mean, I'm taking this, but what my thinking is, this should not be required until, or maybe if you're doing a cloud attach or CMG sort of things. Because I manually ran this CCM setup, so with the code, it should work. Anyway, set and compliance devices. So the installation has not yet completed because of the error, I believe. Okay. I think it's waiting for 10 minutes, maybe. Then it will retry again because it has not changed anything after this. Out of this byte has installed it. Okay, fine. So it started bits download for client deployment and it has restarted the transfer of installation. Okay, fine. We're adding this file here. Okay. So I think we should have, okay, now we can see something is happening here. We have other log coming in. So possibly we should see something happening here. Okay. So we should have a CCM folder. Okay, that will come shortly after the installation. Okay, so the logs is showing pretty well. And fine. Lots of R&D is required when you're doing manual thing.
There is one more command to check DC details. Is it
Tell
really
me.
talking to? It is dsgate DC colon domain name.
DS.
Gate
Hmm.
DC
Hmm.
colon
Hmm.
and then the contour, so the domain name. So it will show on which DC it is talking to.
Shop.contoso.com, right?
Yeah.
Enter. Okay.
Yeah.
DS gate, is this correct or did I type wrong?
Oh, it should be correct.
Who's helping me out? Ketan?
Aniket.
It's
Aniket. Okay.
DSGET. Yeah.
It's DSG.
DSGET.
I know one command which is called NL test. Let me see if that works. So that TS, I think get DC.
This will show the forest
Uh,
details, I believe.
uh, let me see. This is what I used mainly.
Yeah, correct.
So my domain controller is DC1, this, but it does not show me whether it's talking to DC or not. I mean, I usually run this command to figure it out where is the DC and what it is. But how do I know that it's talking to that server or not?
Then I believe Telnet
Okay,
would be the best.
no problem. We have CCM here, so it's me. It seems like the setup ran
Yeah,
successfully.
it is. It is.
We don't need to do much R&D on this. I hate today troubleshooting because I could not sleep late night, and I am not feeling well. So, okay, fine. So this is what I'll be talking about. So guys, keep it handy if you're doing practical on your, on your demo, on your lab. So you might get such issues. So that's why I'm doing it hands-on. So you guys also should be aware of it. So now I think adding to this firewall also did resolve some issues here. Okay. So CCM, okay, first of all, let's go to CCM and check the CCM log. Usually it should show me that it has successfully ran, and we should have a port 0 to identify that yes, installation was successfully ran. Okay. So exiting, let me find it out. Exiting word should come, or return code, something like that. No. Okay. But usually it comes down here. It says like your CCM setup is exiting with the return code 0. Okay. Though everything looks fine here. Okay. So all the logs it's showing up here, which means that the installation is correct, and also it's showing the CCM folder, okay, which wasn't there, right? And moreover, we will look for the regedit to verify that. So now we have CCM. Okay, so CCM folder is there with all the information, and CCM setup is also there. So we are good. Okay, all the installation got successful. And let's check in the CCM in the console. Okay, what is the status showing for this? So usually it will take some time and it will show up here. Okay, that client is installed. So usually it might take some time to evaluate. I hope it's talking to the right uh, server. Okay. Fine. Okay, so now let's go to here and look for I think is this process still running? Okay, CCM setup is still running. hasn't finished. So we'll have an applet, okay, here. So we will see configuration manager, okay, here. So let's wait for some time. Okay, so CCM setup seems finished now. So I don't think we require to restart machine, right? Usually it should come. CCM folders are showing okay. And cache, we did not push anything, so nothing in the cache, and setup is also fine. Yeah, so usually we have registry key as well, so why it's not showing in the control panel? Let me launch again control panel. Okay. Sorry, my bad. It's control. It's coming. Here it is. Okay, so we have configuration manager, right? Okay, let's document these steps, otherwise we'll forget it out. Okay, so I'm just launching it to show you how is it looking like. Okay, so do you guys want me to give this command as well? Is this needed, or you guys can do a Google, or should I give you? Yes, no, maybe.
I think just put it in the chat.
I'll document it. Actually, I'm already documenting it, so we'll have it step by steps. So whenever you are doing at your end, you guys can see do it. Okay, so just let me show you quickly. So this is how it looks like. Okay, so capabilities is nothing we have set. Okay, we're talking about the workloads, and co-management is showing as disabled, so we did not set anything. Okay, and SMS site code and everything is configured. So let's do the co-management setup. Okay, so before doing that, let's document the workflow, otherwise I'll forget. Okay, so we launched SCCM, we ran the discovery, then we pushed SCCM client. I want everyone to please help me out, because I tend to forget things. So we pushed SCCM client and verified. Okay, so it manual installation performed. Okay, so what we did with the manual installation, first of all, okay, make the prereqs here first. Ensure your DC, your SCCM server, and client machine running. Okay, so first thing first. Then we need to have SCCM this manual installation performed. Before manual installation, make sure we have firewall enabled with TCP/80 and 443, and then ensure the firewall rule is working. Okay, then install SCCM client manually. Then here, copy the setup file from the server. Okay, I'll give the location as well. So this is the location where you can get the setup file. Okay. So this is the location. Then paste it to the client machine downloads. Okay. Open the CMD on client machine. Uh, Locate the setup file in downloads folder. Okay. Then run this C command. Fine. And what else we did? That's it, right? So we ensured that registry is created. The registry is created. Then what was the next? We ensured that registry created. Control panel. We have configuration manager, right? Okay. Here, one more thing is run this command. Validate SCCM setup log file to uh, with return code is equal to 0. Okay. Uh, so that's it. And then here open the configuration manager, go to properties, then ensure we have co-management disabled. Okay. So that is what we have. And now we are going to set up the collection. Okay. And we'll add this machine. Okay. So result may be incomplete. Okay, it seems like something happened with my SCCM console. Let me relaunch. Okay, so guys can see client 2 is now talking. It's showing as green, and client installation installed on this machine, right? So far so good. Now we are just going to create a device collection. Okay, we'll give it a name as pilot for management. Okay, and limiting collection would be all systems. Okay, and next, we are not running any rule. The collection has no membership rules, so it will contain any members until I don't think we require anything here. That's fine. And next, fine. So this pilot co-management collection is created. Now I will push this client machine on this selected to existing device collection. Okay, and this is my pilot co-management collection. Okay, this is where I am adding this device. Okay, and to do a quick update, you can simply update the membership. Okay, so that will quickly update this machine in this collection. Okay, so let's document everything, otherwise we will. So ensure we have co-management disabled, then create a pilot collection, then to create a pilot collection, and then add the machine to this pilot collection. Okay, And we did enroll. Yeah, we did already all enrollment process. Everything I have captured. Okay, fine. So that's it. Now what we require, we need to have enrollment. So let's do co-management thing. Okay, let's go to the CM. Okay, and let's. Okay, so this is the main part. All right. So we're going administration. So this is, we launched SCCM. Okay, let's minimize it. So this is SCCM console. We go to administration, then go to cloud services. Okay, there we need to figure out, we need to connect to co-management. Okay, so we don't have co-management showing. Anyone can tell me why is this happening? Why we don't have co-management enabled? Any idea? Are we looking at the right place? So it's not co-management. Now it has changed. Okay. It is now we're talking about configure cloud attach. Okay. Uh, Let me see if I have that PPT with me. Connectance. I think I Intune classes, and this is where I have my PPTs. I think we talked about not interconnect enrollment. I think. Cloud attach. Where is it? It's not here. Okay, it was in. Okay, I think I had somewhere where I have kept the cloud attach video. Okay, let's do a quick and one. Okay, and so co-management setup. Okay. Let me go to images. Dot here. Images. Okay, so this is what I was talking about. This is what we're going to do now. Okay, so this is where is it called? Yeah, this is, so this is what we are going to do. Okay, what happened? So this is what we are going to do. We are going to do the tenant attach. Okay, so why it is not showing for us? Because it's a fresh account and we do not have any thing, we do not have any cloud attach or something like that, which we have configured. So right now we did not configure. That's why co-management is not showing. Correct. So how to configure it? We need to go administration, then cloud services, cloud attach. Click on. Earlier it used to show as co-management. Okay. Now they have changed this, and they from 1910. I'm talking about the older one when we used to have it. So now this is how we need to connect to our cloud, and we need to do a sign in. Okay, so now I will sign in with my tenant account. Okay, let me click the details and let me choose the trainer. I think this is also having a price admin. Okay, let me do one thing. Let me choose choose a different account, not this one. Wait. Yeah, sign in failed. Know that. Okay. So configure cloud attach, sign in. And let me choose another one, which is xmin at wfnrz.onmicrosoft.com. So when you are setting up your account, please ensure that you are choosing some name which is something relevant. Okay, I have chosen this. I mean, I didn't pay attention on while setting it up. Okay, so I was on another call when I was setting it up. So you need to. It's a hard time to remember such names. So let me put the password and do this authenticate. Okay, 58. Fine. Ooh. Okay, what happened? It's approved, I believe. Okay, it seems like approved here. Okay. Then the action register this Microsoft and this to our summarize of data. Do you want to continue? Okay, so this is the message is saying that this action will register an application in the Microsoft Entra ID tenant. Okay, this is my tenant ID WFNRZ to authorize the synchronization of data to Intune. So now this device will be synchronized after doing this co-management in my Intune, and I'm okay with that. Okay, I'll say yes, click, and then click on next. So co-management is something where you will have the same device which will be managed by two entities. One is from SCCM side and one is from Intune side. Okay. Okay. Okay, we already having 2.5 hours. My God, that's for a demo. Takes lots of time, especially when you're doing it on a raw environment. We don't have any setup. Okay. Guys, please take break for 2-3 minutes. I I have taken lots of time, I know. Okay, so we are almost going to complete this. So this is done. Okay, now we have co-management production policies is showing me this, and if I go to properties, it should allow me a property window. Okay. Okay. So first thing is saying that yes, cloud attach is done. Then configure upload. Okay, so this way we can upload if there is any specific collection we want to do this, we can do it from here. Okay, and we can configure the upload, and these are the things which is by default selected, which is again coming from Intune. So we will enable endpoint analytics for devices, and that to be uploaded to Microsoft Intune, RBAC, and Defender. So this is what, when we completed the setup in the summary, the same things will be covering, right? And this is what it says, automatic enrollment. So currently it's showing all. I'll choose this for pilot. Okay, and in pilot also it will seek like which group you want to do this in auto enrollment process. Okay, so this is where I can choose it, and this is the workload. Okay, so this workload where we talked about setting the compliance policy, for example. So right now all these things are coming for MGR means your SCCM is taking authority and doing all these things. So accordingly, if we are changing this to pilot, so all devices which are part of pilot collection will implement this compliance policy from Intune. All right. And this is what the staging. So as soon you move any things and you say click on save, so you will see that the status will change to config MGR. Okay, and so that you can determine that this policy is being changed, governed by this authority, right? So let's make the autopilot. Okay, and we're not changing anything, and we are just applying and okay. Okay, so this is done. Fine, we'll just do a refresh. Okay, one more thing, just wanted to show you guys, like on this, when you select highlight this one, okay, when you click on view XML definition, okay, and let me see it, open it in, okay, wait a second, let me open it in Excel, and yeah, fine. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about, the policy ID. If I cannot zoom it now. Okay, this is what the policy. When your device will receive this policy, okay, this policy will tell that device that you now needs to be co-managed. Okay, so this is the policy which ensures that yes, this schema ID on that device going and telling that device that now you need to be co-managed. Okay, so whenever you will check the log, you will definitely see this configuration policy with this ID details. Okay, I'll show if I can show you. So right now, if I go to client 2, and so it's disabled, uh, we will just do some inventory. Okay, and we will just do this and software trade usage. I'm just running all these policies one by one. That's it. Okay, so it will automatically look all this information. Discovery, I think already ran. Okay, so side code is showing this component. So we will have shortly, we will see the action tab. Okay, and in general we will see the co-management is enabled. What I was just going to show you guys, wait a second, let me maximize it. So we talked about the policy. Okay, let's go to the log. Okay, one best thing, wait, one best thing is here. Okay, uh okay, this is called CM trace tool. Okay, so this tool is helpful to reading all those logs, so you don't need to open those logs in the notepad and look at what is happening with this. So this is the default tool which is provided by Microsoft with SCCM. Okay, so now we will go to CCM. Okay, and we'll go to the logs. Okay, here we will look for co-management. Okay, co-management handler log. Yeah, this is the log. So we will just move this here. Okay, and we will just see. So right now Device is provisioned. Device is not provisioned. MDM authority detected is in CSP. Okay, so we will just wait for some time to have the synchronization, and we will see this. Okay. So I have run the evaluation processes as well. So we will get to see. It's really pathetic. Okay. Okay. Update membership is already done. We don't need to do anything. Client is showing fine. Status computer is showing active, and client details. Client settings is default fine and is part of collection. Co-management eligible devices. Yes. So this is now active, and pilot collection is part of pilot collection as well. So I think there is another collection called co-management eligible devices. Let's check. Yes, here it is. So let's double click on it. So this is a dynamic query, okay, which is running, and this has auto detected that this machine is now good with co-management. Okay, we can run through it. So now on pilot co-management device, we have on pilot co-management we have pushed that workload, but we did not change anything, but just to make sure that we are assessing this machine. Okay, identifying now, this is what I was talking about when you doing co-management. Okay, why it is doing like this. Okay, so when you're doing a tenant attach, okay, in the configuration console, this is now your co-managed workload, enables, and that is where you can have your devices which are on-prem that can also be targeted from Intune, and you can manage it from one pane of console. Okay, so here the segregation would be all those mobile devices, Mac devices, and uh, MDM solution devices. Mainly, I'm talking about the mobile devices and Mac. Will be Linux will be kept in Intune. Okay, but at the same time, devices which are on-prem, which are on connected domain, that will also be appearing here in the console, and you guys can manage from both the side. Okay, so client voice. Let's check. There is something happening here. Okay. So device is not provisioned, but it seems like it's running right now. Okay, and let's check here. Okay, now you see that co-management is showing enabled. Okay, which means now we can manage this device easily using both the Intune and from this side. Okay, so this is the thing. Now let's do the documents as well. So we will add the machine to the pilot collection, and ensure we have disabled. Did we set anything? Okay, now uh, open SCCM, go to administration, okay, then cloud services, then cloud, what was that option called? So under the administration, we went to cloud attach. Cloud attach, yes. Cloud attach. Okay. Then we entered the tenant creds. All right. And we what we did, we had in properties, we we wait. Uh, ch- Choose pilot, okay, and workloads as per your requirements. Okay, that's it. And then check the log file on the client machine. So which log we were looking at, guys? We were looking at,
Co-management upload.
wait, co-management handler. Okay, so co-management handler dot log file. Okay, and then check uh, uh, control allocation manager, and then properties. Okay, and this is where you need to look. So if you open properties, this is where see general. Before doing that, let's make it like uh, okay, then go to actions and hello, second. Okay, so that's it, I believe. So far, so good. Okay, so what happens here? Just let me tell you. Uh, there is a flow. Okay, just wanted to cover it here in this one. So when you are going with the flow, okay. So let me say. So now, first thing, your device is a hybrid joint, okay. Then you installed SCCM client, okay. Then you added the device into a pilot collection, okay. Then you send a management policy on this, okay, by doing the cloud attach, and that policy will come to this device. It will evaluate whether that user is having a license, EMS license assigned to him or not, okay. If that user does not have any license, okay, for example, if does not have, so it will try to attempt the enrollment with the user credential, okay, because in the policy we did set up the user credential, so it will keep trying to enroll that device, okay. If for example, if it's keep on trying and it is not getting the EMS license details, okay, it will retry the enrollment or it will wait for the userless enrollment, right? At the same time, if the enrollment is successful, okay, so it will mention that it is a userless enrollment, which will come as a foo user, okay. Foo user is means that there was no user logged into this device with that license, okay. And it will mention like it's a userless enrollment and no user attribution is found, right? At the same time, if your license is validated, okay, so it will go with the automatic enrollment to Intune and will show that the device is now co-managed in the SCCM and Intune. But at the same time, if you are doing the pilot collection and you do not have SCCM client or anything, okay, so device will only show in the SCCM, okay, but it will not be a co-managed until you install that and you follow all those instructions which we did perform, okay. So it will be straight no, okay, device will be managed through SCCM only. So this is the flow, okay. I'll also document this in the cheat sheet which I'm creating, and then I'll provide that too with the video. Okay, so you guys can refer this anytime wherever you're doing the co-management in your environment. Okay, so let's So it is clear, right? If user logs into the device, but user does not have a local admin account, but he is a cloud user with a EMS license, okay, then the device will get enrolled. Okay, sorry, I did not mention this point. Okay, here two things we need to have. Uh, wait, uh, wait, what happened to this? Okay, so I was telling there is a caveat. Okay, there is one thing. One is enrollment to Intune. Okay, at this point, when the auto enrollment is enabled, okay, the policy will automatically detect that device. Okay, it will identify what is the workload in the settings, and policy will be sent to that device. Okay, it will say that now device should enroll, but at the same times, if a user logs, okay, into the device, okay, and he is not a local admin. Okay, he is not a local admin, but he is having a cloud user. He is having a cloud. I would say he is a cloud user having a EMS license is assigned to him. Okay, then the device gets enrolled. Okay, via who user. Okay, so this is where it says that yes, this configuration is done. At the same point, uh, Intune will be able to communicate. It will presume that now the workloads at this point are set to config MGR. Okay, so now you will be only given option to determine assess that device. But if you share the workload, like you can do all lock, wipe, reset, all those things you can do. Okay, but you cannot do much more on the compliance side or the conditional base side or Windows update, all those stuff, because you did not share the workload. Okay, at this point of time, so until you make change anything, we cannot make any use of these workloads. So config MGR will still having the precedence on the making the right policy decisions. Okay, so that is what I wanted to tell you. I just thought not to forget it. Okay, and so we were looking at the co-managed. Okay, so enrollment value is showing 1, and setting capabilities, we did not change anything. Okay, so this is trying 1 out of 3. Okay, and could not check the enrollment URL. Device is not provisioned. Send co-management report after AD joined if MDM enrolled. Okay, device is not provisioned. MDM authority detected. Fine, authority is detected. Co-management is this. Okay, and okay, so it has not taken the any values for, I think it's taking the default one. Usually it change the settings as well. It will change the capabilities. Okay. So latest, because we did not change anything, so I presume that the capabilities should change it to 1. Okay. So Okay. Okay, so MDM enrollment is succeeded now. It is showing now. Okay, so earlier it wasn't showing that it has succeeded. Now it is showing as succeeded, and value is showing 1. That is here, but not showing up here in this console. Okay, let's do change it. And okay, one more thing I can do check to in the registry. Let me close this and relaunch it. Reg edit. Okay. Okay. So let's go again from the start. Okay, so we'll go to the local machine. Okay, we'll expand it, and then from there we will go to software. Okay, then we will go to Microsoft. Here we will go to enrollment late. Okay, we will expand it and go to the settings. Okay. Okay. So enrollments, all the entries are created successfully. Let me check the first one. Okay, all the information are still weighted. It's not coming it completely. Usually it should come with the enrollment details, and it should come with the user details, like who's logged in right now. Usually it comes in the first chain here. Okay, in the first registry key, this is where you can see that yes, this device is enrolled. So all those settings are not properly, those are not coming right now here. Usually it should come with the, so this is the setting and this is the enrollment details. Okay, so these are the default value. Okay, so this is the key, which, okay, this is what I was talking about. Guys, can you see this? Let me see if I can zoom in and I can show you. Okay, this is what I was talking about. If you can see this showing as foo user. Okay, so which means that you are logged in as a local admin on that account. Okay, and if a user who's logging with the EMS license, he can see his, we can see his details. Okay, and with his account logon information. Okay, and this is where it is showing that it is enrolled through config mgr. Okay, now all these details are showing up here. So this is what I wanted to show, and let's close this and come to my Intune blade. Come to home screen and go to devices. Somewhere I had opened portal.azure.com as well. Okay. Okay. So devices and all devices. Okay. So now you guys can see this client 2. If you can take a look on this. Okay, so there is, it's showing it is being managed by config mgr. Okay, and compliance as such, we did not set any workloads for this device. Okay, this is the one entry which was earlier. Now this is the second entry, if you guys can notice. Okay, this is the one which is showing as the device is co-managed. Okay, and though we did not make any changes for the workloads, so uh, it is showing as uh, wait, let me zoom in again. So this is what I was talking about, that this device is now co-managed. Okay, and this workload is not set, that's why it is not appearing here. So if I set workload for compliance, so we can see that this compliance or other settings will be checked from here. So now because we did not check it and we do not have any compliance or anything from config mgr, so it is not validating this. Moreover, this device does not have any user UPN. Okay, that's why it is marked as full user. All right, and one more thing is about this join type. If I can double click it, so now you guys can see that this is showing as Microsoft Entra hybrid join. Okay, which means now it is available at both the side. Okay, is this clear? If, for example, sometimes it happens if the what do you say, sync is not happening. Okay, if you guys can't see this in Intune, so I think it's very generic that we used to do that. We used to go to Windows, go to system, and from here let it open. I'm really much worried about this system performance. Okay, so let it come. Okay, now go to accounts. Okay, and from here go to access work and school. Okay, and this is where you can see this is connected. You can click on info and then do a device sync. So though it's showing that the sync was happened just 1 minute before, but still if there is any concern, then you can do a sync from here, right? So this will start synchronizing, and it will appear that in the Intune console. Okay, so enforcement is complete. This device is enforced, and this is now being managed by MSFT. Okay, which is the tenant account. And what next? What I can show you guys? Uh, Let me close this. Uh, there is one command. I think yesterday I talked about it, right? CMD and status. So dsreg cmd command is really handy. Each and every time you guys should have this and can. Okay, so now better you can see that this device is now Azure AD joined. Okay, this is also domain joined. This is domain showing as corp, and device name is this. Okay, device authentication is successful. And what else? Key sign test is passed. Okay, so these URLs I was talking about, okay, enterprise registration and all. So if I said, like, if you're having a very restricted DNS, or you having a very government domain or something like that where you does not have access, so these URLs have to have resolvable. If not, then it will be difficult for the enrollment. So because the discovery will not happen and your Intune will not be able to gain access for the device and can check it out. Okay, so first thing is this device status blade is really important. Okay, so this is something that you need to have. So this should be a hybrid join. This should be, you know, connected, and the device status authentication should be success. So everything is fine. It's showing good. Okay, and also the device has started appearing here in my Intune console, right? One more thing, I'll just check if I can show you in the. I know it's been quite long. The session is taking longer than the usual. Okay, but Just wanted to check if this has been updated or not. Usually we should have the configuration policy here, and if I can show you that. Okay, so let me check configuration policy. Okay, so yeah, I think I talked about it, right, guys? So this is the configuration policy which I said it will push on this device, and it will tell this device that now you're going to be co-managed. Okay, so this is the policy which is coming from your SCCM. Okay, if you guys remember, I checked. This is the configuration policy. Okay, this is the one. So that's that's all the confirmation. Okay, that yes, your device is fine. Now it is showing in the blade also. One thing I think I should show you, one last thing on the client machine. Let me see if I can get to see you. Okay, so let me, I think we will have lots of thing here to task scheduler. Okay, let me launch it. Wait, is it launching or not? Okay, I'll just show the task scheduler and we will wind up here. Okay, I think we almost 3 hour session now. Okay. Uh, 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 Task scheduler. Wait, it's coming up, I think. Wait. Okay, I'll just maximize it. C and Windows. And look for the it's too much deleting. Okay, so here we are going to task scheduler, Microsoft and Windows, and I look for enterprise MGMT ABCCDE. Here it is. Okay, so enterprise MGMT. Okay, so this is the enrollment policies. Okay, which is running on this. Okay, so OMDM client ready to use. Okay, and this is where, so these all the enrollment policies, okay, which is running from the background. And one more thing is, let me check here. So this is where it is, what is going, it is going to this particular folder location and it is running this particular file. Okay, it is taking an action, so ensuring that yes, the devices are getting auto enrolled. Okay, so this is keep on running on the this is currently running on this, and this is a repeated action, if you guys can see. So duration is 15 minutes and it's almost 3 minutes it has run on it, and task is currently running, it's showing. Okay, so this is auto enrollment which is keep on running in the background on the device to ensure that yes, device is enrolled, successfully. So what I can, if I'm missing anything or not, let me check. I think let me see drive. One last thing, C drive. So I think we're gonna have enough information for today. and it will take me time to document also system 32, and this is where you will wait, it's coming up. Seriously, it's irritating. Okay, so this is where we need to look for the device enroller, something like that. Yeah, here it is. So if you double click on it, it will be shown. Okay, it's taking time. So this will show the API information that yes, API for MDM enrollment is currently running in the background. Okay, so that's it. Why it's not opening up? Okay, so I think it's not in a mood of opening it. Okay, anyway, I mean, I have covered lots of things for co-management and I have shown multiple ways of doing this. Okay, various things we can do check. Now, let's complete the documentation. Otherwise, it will be hard to finish it by my own. So, configuration manager in action, run the policy cycle. That is it. Okay, do you want to test one policy which we just try changing the workload, and I'll just show you how does this look like. For example, this is the property, and I will just switch something so we could have something on the pilot device at least. Okay, so I'll go to workload and I will just push this compliance policies to pilot Intune and I'll apply. Okay, so we need to select the collection, configure upload. Do we need to change upload all devices? Okay, let's change it here. Yeah, I think. Okay, and let's apply. What happened? Select a pilot connection. We did select, right?
Vaibhav, can you check on staging?
Okay, this
Here
here.
you need to mention collection.
Yes. Okay, now apply and make the changes in the okay. It's been a long time. All those settings have changed from like 1902 to now. Everything is completely drastically changed. Okay, so now we have moved this here and we have clicked on OK and we'll refresh it. Okay, so now on this client machine, you will certainly see the workloads when you go to control panel and configuration manager. This is which I'm talking about. Okay, this is where you can see the change and capabilities will certainly it should change. Okay, so according as per the workload it will auto detect and it will change. So that's it from my side for today, guys, and just want to take some break. Okay, and you guys also please take rest. Okay, because we have run so many things today on this. And what else are we doing it here on client machine control panel configuration action run the policy cycle? That's it. Then what was next we did? Tell me, guys. We can wind up the session as soon as possible. We finish it up because I'm gonna share this with you.
After that, we just validate in general tab. The co-management was showing as enabled.
Okay, validated the properties. Okay, properties in general tab. Co-manage. Wait. Co-management was showing as enabled. Okay. What else? I think I showed something in the console also. In the Intune console. We showed up that the device is
the
appearing.
client is showing as co-management.
Yeah. So this was the client and it was showing as co-managed. Okay. So client was showing as co-managed, and Entra, and what was that showing there? Entra hybrid joined. Okay, Entra hybrid joined. Okay, what did I show you? Next, we checked in the registry as well.
Registry key.
Registry keys. Okay, looked for the UPN details. Okay, which I talked about the foo user. Okay, then what else we checked? Configuration policy. Configuration policy. We checked in co-management handler.log. Okay. Anything else did we validate? Registry key, configuration
And task
policy we
scheduler.
checked. Task scheduler, validated that the enterprise, what was that? Enterprise MGMT, something was that? Some registry value. Okay. Enterprise MGMT. Okay. Then what next? That's it, I think. I mean, I'll share the video, then later you guys can append it. Okay. Okay, so I think that's enough for today. Okay, it's too much for today, and let's go, and I'll save it and I'll upload it. Okay, with you guys. Are we good to wind up, guys? Any questions? Any doubt? Okay, so let's wind up the session. Thank you, everyone. We'll save the recording and we'll share shortly by Tuesday. We'll have PKCS demonstration, co-management and co-management demonstration. So all these videos will be uploaded with the resource and documentation attached for this. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Have a nice
Thank you.
Sunday. Enjoy. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.